Okay, guys, we are FaceTiming the first guy of day 2. I'm so freaking nervous. Oh, he's calling me. Oh my God. Okay. What is his name again? You're listening to the X Podcast. The ex you keep coming back to. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, and you? Sorry, I was doing so much stuff before. I was like moving around. How are you?
I'm good. I have not been moving around enough. I've been on my desk. Okay, what are you drinking?
We're drinking, well, normally my go-to is a dirty martini, but I'm actually drinking Red Bull right now because I need to wake the fuck up. So I'm 16 years old today.
Okay, fair. Red Bull at, was it like 9?
Yeah, I'm not going to sleep tonight, it seems.
That's fair.
What's your go-to drink?
My go-to drink, honestly, lately, I don't do a lot of, like, I don't know. I find the sugary stuff, like, it can't, so I don't really mix anything.
Yeah, no, I get that you don't drink sugary stuff.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Lately, it's just tequila. Like, I'll probably take, like, 2-3 ounces of tequila on ice, a couple limes. That's usually what I drink.
Okay.
One or the other. Depends if I'm eating or if I'm just kind of hanging out.
Yeah. So wait, why are you single? You're so cute.
Well, I think.
You're like, well, thanks.
To be honest, like, I've always kind of been in relationships. I was
Okay.
in a relationship. My last one was 4 years. That ended like April.
Okay.
Yeah, April-ish, and I had a long one before that.
So you're a serial dater.
Honestly, I am, which means I'm also a serial people pleaser, which I'm turning the other way.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Well, I look at it this way. Relationships either go for a long time because two people are really on the same page and they're making it work, or it goes for a long time because somebody's putting in a lot more effort than the other.
Facts.
Which means that then you are a people pleaser, right? And if you look back and then you start to ask, like, oh, like, why is it this way, or why? And then you go, like, oh, well, I guess I did that as a kid with my parents or whatever. So,
Right.
So yeah, like I think I probably nursed things a little bit longer than they probably should have been, and then you end up being a serial dater.
Then you're like 5 years into this, like, wait, how did I get here?
Yeah. What about you?
My last relationship was about like kind of a while ago, like 3 years ago.
After my last one, I had a couple of my buddies that were like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm so happy, right?
They're like, stay single a bit, come on.
Yeah, well, even just my last one, like, my ex was like an influencer, and I just think the priorities were, which is fine. Like anybody, like, so you have your own podcast.
Yeah.
Right, your priorities are going to go towards that. But I think when your business is just you, sometimes what happens is you start to you look at things through the lens of, if it doesn't benefit me directly today, then I'm not going to do it. And you can do that with like decisions you make with your business or your time. But if you're in a relationship or with your family,
Yeah.
that usually is a bit of give and take. And I think when people are coming up and they're getting a lot of like attention, a lot of success, when it's just about their person,
Yeah.
that can trump a lot of stuff. And
It's so true though. Wait, how long have you been on Hinge?
a couple months.
Okay.
A couple months. It's a pretty crazy place. So
It's nuts. Oh my God. It's like 3 days I'm on here and I'm like, I need to get off this place.
it's an interesting place, right? I've come across some interesting people, but what I have come across is the idea of like, if you need somebody to have absolutely everything, you're gonna find yourself single for a while. So you're gonna find a lot of there's a ton of women on there, and like they give me a lot of the same kind of feel of like, let's say like what my ex was like, right? Where it's a lot about me, which is fine, but you can see.
Wait, what do you mean it's a lot about me? Like it's a lot about them or you?
A lot about them.
Okay.
So, like, I guess the idea is, like, are you approachable? Do you put even just a little bit out there, but you have communication, and you can see that it's very much like that, right? It's almost like Like, you get in line, and if it's not this, then I just don't deal with that.
Yeah.
What I find is a lot of times, you'll find that there probably were like that for a long time, and now they're getting to a point where they're like, okay, but I do want a family. Okay, but I do want somebody, right? So now they're on here looking, and now I need the love. Before I didn't need the love, I needed the life and the experience and stuff, which you should do anyway, right? Like you said, you're
Yeah.
single for a lot of time to grow. But you do get the sense of some people where they're like, now they're like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Right?
Yeah. And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
32.
32. Okay. And normally you go for 19-year-olds? I'm kidding. So stupid. No. You're like, I only go for influencers. I only.
No, yeah, no, that's just how it happened. That just happened. Honestly, this would be the first time that I would have ever, if I date somebody from this would be the first time that I've ever drew anything like this. Normally, like I don't like to kind of meet people around.
Yeah.
I meet them with whatever, right? But you can get real specific on this. You can be like, they need to be like this tall and like look like this. It's like a magazine almost, which is a little strange.
It's so strange. And I think what's crazy is that, okay, I'm going to speak for me, but I don't think girls are like looking for, oh my God, let me find the Zac Efron of this app. Like, or at least I'm not like that. By the way, you're very good looking. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying like, no one, like, I don't know. I don't feel like, or maybe they do. I don't know. I feel like it's more how someone treats me than like how much of a model they look like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I find that's not terribly like. It's like, do you represent yourself well when you're with that person?
Yeah.
Can you dress yourself well? Can you compliment somebody?
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so that's important to you, the way someone dresses. Got it.
I think for me, for
it's a big one for me actually. So.
It's a huge one for me, right? Like like if you're like, I want to wear this, I'll be like, I think I have at least one or two things I'll go with that, right? Because you kind of play off of, right? If you're going to wear this, then I will figure out something to make sure.
Yeah, that's cute.
Why?
It's giving. I've been in a relationship. It's cute.
Well, it's all about the low hanging fruit. Like that's the easy stuff.
Yeah, that's so the easy stuff.
Literally just
it's taming us when we're monsters.
I'm just saying, it's the easy thing. Right?
I'm crying.
I think that stuff matters probably more than like how much you go to the gym, right? Do you go to the gym? Ooh, that means that you can be dedicated to something and stay disciplined. More so than it means you look this way.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea. I don't think anybody has to look a particular way. I think people want to know that, like, okay, like if I spend time with this person, am I going to enjoy my time? Are they going to fit my stuff, my vibe, what I like to do?
Yeah.
And you explore that, right?
No, I think like also what's really important is that like you would have your own life, I have my life, and then we have our lives together. I think a lot of times what happens is you get so comfortable being with someone that it's like all of a sudden you kind of lose that. Like I'm not the type who's gonna like not hang out with my girlfriends anymore. Like I know you don't give a shit about certain things, and I'm not gonna come and gossip with you about my girlfriend when I know you don't give a fuck. And I don't want to talk to someone who doesn't give a fuck about it, you know? Like that's for my girlfriends. And I think like we hold sometimes too much of one thing with a partner. Like they need to be everything, and they don't. They really don't.
I think that it's healthy. Like if somebody doesn't have friends, like
that's the biggest red flag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need friends.
You need friends. Like if you're gonna be crazy, you need friends.
You your friends.
They're gonna be like you're being nuts. Stop. I'm like, okay.
You need somebody to tell you when it's like to tell you how it is.
Yeah.
Friends hold you. Like here's the thing. Okay, your podcast. Let's say it's number one on podcast, and then just shit starts flying off the wall. Where now you adopt a little bit of a different style. The only people that are gonna check you are your friends.
Facts.
They ground you, right? They help you, and people who don't have friends, sometimes you worry that like they've never been checked, or they're not grounded, or they don't have somebody to give them like good ideas.
Yeah, they're not self-aware.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So friends is one thing. Also, if you've got any kind of career.
Wait, do you have girlfriends though? Like, what's your thoughts on like girlfriends?
I have one girlfriend who I went to high school with.
Okay.
She's like she's married, has a kid and stuff.
Okay.
Then like I actually have to go see her. I have to get I got her baby a book. It's called R is for Rolex, and it goes by every watch brand.
Oh, so cute.
Every letter of the alphabet.
She's like, wow, you're already starting my kid young.
Exactly. So I gotta go see her, but that's like the only girl friend that I have, right?
Okay.
Just because I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a lot of guy friends. Not all the same group, different groups. But there's only so much time. Like I swear, every weekend I've ever passed, like if it's not work, it's my friends to some degree. It's like just doing the rotation of seeing them when you got the time to. That's a lot of time. So
Yeah.
I have one.
Okay. That's such a random question to ask. I was just curious.
Saturday with your girlfriend.
No. You know, it's actually, you'd be surprised. Sometimes I meet guys and they're like, yeah, no, like, I have a lot of girlfriends. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but I feel like a lot of guys would sleep with girls. Like, I feel like it's more them that's probably in a relationship. And so like, I get it. Like, I have guy friends that, like, if I see out, I'll be like, hi, how are you? But I'm not, like, chilling with them all the time. You know, like, I think it's just, there's, like,
In group dynamics, like, I don't know, like a club promoter or something that have that be girlfriends, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know, just what I do in my day. I don't really
yeah.
acquire friends that are women.
It was such a random question, but I was just curious.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I think it'd be weird if you were like, I'm gonna go to the shopping on Saturday. You'd be like, oh, that's cool. Who are you going to?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, Melissa.
Yeah, like see, the thing is if it's like, let's say we met and you had girlfriends that you went to high school with, it's not weird, it's normal. It's more, I think it's if it's like afterwards, where it's like, wait, where'd you meet this friend? You know what I mean? But like before, it's like, okay, well, like what?
Also, you gotta think there's usually, there's almost always, if it's like later, there's almost always some kind of history. Right? So.
No, I prefer you said, me and Melissa fucked and it's not for us and we're good. A lot of times guys are like, yeah, no, it just never happened because like she had a boyfriend, but like we're really good friends. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's the thing that never happened that I'm going to be in this relationship worried, you know? But like, anyway, I think it always comes down to communication at the end of the day. Like,
100%. And honestly, I think women are more naturally gonna, like, I guess it depends where you spend your time. But I've always come across women who have maybe more guys, like, not friends, but people that, like you said, if they see them out, or they're part of a group that they usually see when in these places,
yeah.
they have a little more. And I think that like for me, but like, are you?
I'm just the let me know how much. I'm not the plotter. I'm like, let me know what we're doing and what's happening. Yeah. Yeah. Are you the planner?
I have to be.
Oh, thank God. I can never be with a guy who's not a planner. I'm lost as it is.
The easy things to do are when, where, and what time is like that is, if you could save yourself so much trouble as a man if you just always have that, because that's easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The harder questions and the actual things that you need two people, like that stuff you can work on together. That stuff's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's different. In your relationship, you do it all anyway, right? If you want to, but when you have to do it for all your friends, it gets tiring.
Yeah.
Right. So I like adapt a lot. I can hang out with multiple people, but usually they'll be like, "Oh, that was amazing." I'm like, "Oh yeah, was it?"
You're like, really, was it? I wasn't really vibing, but okay.
Yeah, right, exactly. So.
I was just gonna say, what do you do? I don't like to ask guys that because I don't feel like guys like that question. That's why I was like, I hate. It's like when girls say like, and what do you do for? Are you like, okay? Are you just asking me how much money I like? Okay.
To be honest, I find that like I never put it out there because everybody's like, I don't understand, right? So, but
Well, I read you said you're in software consulting. Yeah, I don't really. I'm gonna be real.
So that's why I don't say anything because I'm like, that's fine, right? Like all I say is I talk to people. That's what I talk to people for a living, and that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
You know, your favorite apps on your phone, that software. I'm in that industry. I talk to people. People pay to do it. Cool.
You're like, great. We're good.
We're good. Cool. Because you know what? Honestly, the rest, it doesn't matter. You know what the crazy thing is? I actually find if you're in, like, all guys like to do when network. Like, that's why I like networking socially versus networking. Like, I'm gonna go to this event on Wednesday, and we're gonna network, but it really talks about like work, like very like how they're doing at work.
I feel like in your industry for sure. I can't imagine. Like you have a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, and any company like that, if you want to hang out with cool people, go hang out with the talent.
Yeah, always.
What they're doing anyway.
Yeah.
If they got a good personality, people buy shit from them.
No, literally. Thank you for being so normal. Can't wait to see you on Thursday. Let me know what time you're free so I can set it up. Okay. Bye. We'll talk soon. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, I just did my first interview on the second day, and oh my God, I like him. Yeah? Like, he's so normal, and I know that sounds crazy, but he's so, like, normal. He just seems like a very chill guy. But now it's like, wait, do I want my husband being on the show? Like, what if I like you? I'm not arrogant. Anyway, guys, so now I have to call this next guy. Just a little kind of context with this guy is when we were talking, he never answered me to FaceTime that other night. He said, sorry, I was on a date. And I was like, that's kind of iconic in a way. Like, what, you're just gonna like, sorry, I was not even like, sorry, I was busy. Like, sorry, I was on a date.
Wow.
What's up?
This is the most professional FaceTime I've ever seen in my life.
I'm so professional.
This is amazing. Like a cocktail and everything.
No, literally. What's
the first time I've ever had this.
and you're in the car. I love it.
Yeah, I'm like dark and dingy.
How do you feel knowing that you're talking to another Aquarius? I literally just looked and I was like, wait, he's also an Aquarius? I'm like, oh God, this is not good.
But we're both weird, is what you're telling me.
Basically, we're both weird, yeah.
I think I have that covered, so you're good. Okay. Probably the weirdest ever. But I accept it. It is what it is.
No, I'm not really into horoscopes, but then when I see someone who's my sign, I'm like, oh God, this is a problem.
My dad's Aquarius too. I don't see the issue with it all. I think Aquarius, we get along with Aquarius people because
We get along with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, my mom.
We love our freedom. That's all.
Yeah, it's good and it's bad, I think.
No, it's always good.
It is good.
People tell us this might not be good, but then you're like, doesn't matter, I'm not changing.
Yeah, we're very stubborn.
I'm not changing because it's not bad. Stubborn.
That's literally so true. But we're stubborn, but we're not like fully stubborn. Or I don't know if it's
No.
like you're a guy, so I feel like you would be more stubborn than like a woman.
Yeah.
You're like, was that a dig? Where are you going?
I'm gonna see my buddy at Opus right now quickly.
Okay, nice. You're coming to Yorkville, you said.
Yeah, you live there?
Well, I'm here for the week. That's where I'm staying. I'm in Yorkville.
Oh, where do you live normally?
Montreal. Have you been?
Oh, no. I didn't know that.
Well, you learn new things every day, they say.
Wow, look at me.
Look at you.
Yeah, I'll be in the area if you want to grab a drink.
What's this whole like I'm wearing glasses, I'm studious look? Let's talk about it.
So I wear glasses because I can't see. That's one.
Aw, cute.
My beard's growing out because I haven't shaved in a while. So that's new. And that's it.
That's it. And you're an Aquarius. That's it.
I wish I was on the beach. Like, I do own more than one shirt. This is my second shirt I'm wearing here. All my other photos, no shirt.
No, I don't. I mean, if you work out, then why wear a shirt, right?
My happy place is just being on the beach and in a swimsuit. I'm sure a lot of people's happy places is the same.
Yeah. Who doesn't like the beach?
If they don't, I don't know them because you're not my friends.
Wow. Okay, so you really pick your friends wisely. Do you meet all your friends on the beach?
You know what? Like, it's not a bad thing.
Oh shoot, wait, I'm gonna have to call you back. Okay, wait, I'm calling you back.
I get back on this GPS thing and give you a shot after, okay?
Okay, bye. He's not coming on, so I'm just like, it's done. C'est fini.
Non, c'est bon, faire.
Okay, so guys, he's not coming on, so I can't waste another minute. Yeah, okay, guys, he's not coming on, so I'm not wasting another minute. Let's be real. And while I was on FaceTime with him, I got another call, so. Hello.
Hey,
What's up?
not much. How are you?
Good. Well, hold on now, because I need another drink. Give me a sec. I don't know how I'm going to get through this call. I need a drink.
Having a tea.
Wait, you're drinking a tea?
I know, right?
No, I'm dead. I love tea, by the way. What tea are you drinking?
It's chamomile.
Chamomile? Okay. Classic.
I was at my parents' house this weekend for extended family Christmas. People that can't make it to actual Christmas.
Okay.
And Sunday afternoon, we were here and having whatever Christmas party.
Yeah.
And ended up being like 50 people instead of the 15 I thought it was going to be. But I started getting pretty sick, so I stayed here. And I took the last 2 days off work, so you got me. I'm just starting to get a little better from the flu.
Why is it that, like, guys are such babies when they get sick, though? Like, what is that about?
I do think that happens. I don't think I am. I'm thinking alone. I'm not going to go up such a baby, but I do think that most people get man colds, and it's the end of the world for them when they get sick. But I have type 1 diabetes, so I get sick pretty easily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 4 times during the winter, just lower immune system, right? So
Yeah.
4 times during winter, I have a bad cold and I'm done. So
Right. It hits you, like, 10 times worse.
so
Do you feel like tea helps? Or does it just feel good? It's, like, soothing.
probably more number 2 than helping. It's probably more that just soothes. It feels nice. But
Well, this lowers my immune system, too, so we're, like, definitely relating.
you're right. The next 3 days.
I'm dead. No, do you know how much you killed me the other day when you were like, what did you say? You're like, I'm like, hey, we could FaceTime. You're like, sorry, I was busy. I was on a date. I was like, no, I'm actually crying of laughter.
Why would I lie to you?
No, I love the honesty. I was like, wow, like, I can't wait to get on FaceTime with this guy. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to tell you the truth.
No, I loved it. So did you get her sick or what happened?
Maybe.
You don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, it was an okay date. It wasn't great enough that I want to follow up and see how she's feeling.
Oh my god. Wait, why was the date not good?
Yeah, it's a good question. Bias, maybe. Just not the right person, I think. It wasn't anything specific. I'm definitely in the phase of, if it doesn't feel right, it's not right kind of thing.
Yeah. Is that like the 40 phase?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What phase are you in?
I'm in the 28-year-old phase. No, I would say that women mature a lot faster. I would say I'm in that phase, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, next, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that's, time is way too valuable.
Yeah.
So I'm not wasting it if someone, you don't come into the first couple of dates, like, full-on compromise, right? If there's things that don't feel like a fit, don't wait to see if they prove you wrong. Okay, that's great, just not my person, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Time is way too valuable. I've realized that, so I'm in that phase too.
Have you been like married or engaged before or never?
Yeah, I was married for 1 year.
Okay. I was going to say, if you never got married and you're like in your 40s, not that it's a red flag, but like, it's actually a good thing that you've, been with someone and.
I think it would be it'd be dark orange flag. Right? I mean, if you're in arguably, serious dating age for 20 years and you haven't had anything serious, is probably a little bit close to red, if not.
Right? I'd be like, is this Dexter? Like, am I going to end up at your place and I'm going to have no kidneys? Like, what's going on?
Get a lot of money first for you these days.
Oh, trust me, I know. I almost got human trafficked in Miami. So if I learned anything, it's that women are valuable, okay?
I have a crazy story. I'm pretty sure that I don't know if it was for me or for the girl I was with. I was in Mexico about 5 years ago. I'm a little bit more cautious and more mature now. I was in Mexico. I just in principle was refusing to pay the $125 taxi cab back to the resort.
at nighttime. So of course they all charge this crazy number because they know you're stuck and you have to get back. And so I'm going to take the Colectivo. I'm going to take their bus system that we have. And it's only 2 minutes out of town. I'm going to take that. So me and the girl, we go walking. 2 minutes turns into 25 minutes. We're asking for directions. Everyone's looking at us like, what are these gringos doing in the city center, right away from the tourist area? It's dark and it's darkly lit, and everyone's giving you dirty looks. And we finally find it. So it's now been about 35 minutes. We get on, and they won't leave until it's full. So they get every dollar out of the usage, right, for air conditioning. They won't turn it on. They won't turn on the engine to put AC on because of the air conditioning. Everyone's looking at the girl I'm with like, great. And I'm thinking, you put your hood on, stay low, you get that on the side, me, and stay on the inside. We're so cautious. Not a cheap person, it was principal.
For what? For $125?
What a bad decision.
I don't know. Starting on the wrong foot over here.
I'm saying it as a lesson. I learned my lesson from it. We end up going and we're driving along, and if you know, like they're like interstates that go in Mexico, so it's in the middle of nowhere. You're 2 kilometers from the actual resort. They drop you off the gate, but the gate is a long way from the resort. So we're driving along, and you're just supposed to yell out the name of the resort, and they stop. Most of the people on the bus it's like a little minibus, like a Mercedes Transit. Most of the people are probably cleaners, overnight security staff, right? So I'm yelling out the name of ours because I can see we're getting closer, and no one slows down. And he just blows by. So now he's gone about 3 or 4 stops by. I've yelled at 3 or 4 times. Okay, what's the escape plan here? Because we're in trouble. And at this point, we're the only ones left on, but one person behind us and a driver. And we got lucky that we got stopped at a kind of a set of lights in the middle of nowhere with a gas station. And I just grab her, throw the door open, like throw her outside and run across the street. And I think if we had stayed there, we were being taken somewhere. Whether it was to rob us, whether it was to throw us in the debt and call the Canadian consulate and say we want money. I don't know. Whether it was to take our spleens.
I mean, I would never take my chances in Mexico.
No, it's bad.
I'm going to be real with you. Like, Mexico, when I'm in Mexico, I'm never traveling just girls. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, or it's got to be like a dry, even when you know the dry, it's very sketch.
Yeah, I know.
You learned your lesson.
It's gone really bad. I'm a big Mexico guy. I love Mexico.
Where do you go in Mexico? Like, I normally do Tulum, but that's like...
Tulum and Pueblo Carmen.
Okay, yeah.
I want to go and I want to work and I want access to shopping and restaurants and food. Pueblo Carmen, because it's less of a party and you can stay in a decent apartment. There's tons of apartments there and you're not tied up to the party and you can work at the pool.
Yeah.
Have a tab and go shopping. There's a million restaurants. There's grocery stores. There's the one hotel. So that's the quiet vibe. But then if I want to go party, then yeah, I want to go with friends. Even if I'm staying down there for 3 weeks, maybe I'll stay in Playa and then I'll meet friends for 4 days. Like Tulum, stay there with them, come back to Playa.
Yeah, Tulum. After a while, you're like, it's time to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm done here.
Yeah, it feels very Greek Islands to me. It's
yeah. Wait, I'm not done with... Okay, so the girl after dumped your ass, obviously.
No, she didn't dump my ass. We just both were thinking that was really stupid. She was forgiving because I rescued her in the end. I was ready to go.
You rescued her. You threw her out of the bus.
I threw her at the side. I had taken my watch off into my pocket. My rings are turned around, and I'm like, okay, I have to get into this, and I don't want to, but I'm taking my jacket off, my hoodie. I have a hoodie for the nighttime, and I wrap it around my arm, thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to lock knives potentially. So I was ready. I was in the zone. I was taking everything I'd ever seen in a Navy SEAL movie.
No, I'm literally dying. Well, my story is kind of similar because I jumped out of a moving car. So
yeah, okay.
It was legs or life, and I chose life.
I get it. What I learned when I came back about big lessons like that is
pay the $125?
Yeah, be happy to pay $225.
Be happy to pay whatever. No, literally. Yeah.
But it's all lessons, right? You think you're invincible. I think back about how many things I did when I thought I was absolutely invincible. Even this was 6-7 years ago.
And I get the idea of principle. My father is such like a... It's not the money, it's the principle. Like, he's so old-fashioned, so traditional. And I'm like, okay, that sometimes, though, the arguing and the, like... You could have made money in that time of arguing. Let's go.
Yeah, but you're Italian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very Italian man mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Very important. It's about the respect and the principle, and don't screw me over, and I have to get one up on you.
Yeah, exactly. What are you?
I'm like British. We're all British. My entire family.
Okay.
My parents are first generation. They are born and raised and immigrated here. My grandparents came here after them.
Oh my God, I would never think you're British. You're not funny.
I'm not what?
I said you're not funny.
I thought it made you laugh. I thought that's won me over.
No, the laughing was the 125 you didn't pay. That was coming from a scarcity point.
There. I swear I'm not like that.
I'm kidding. No, I believe that.
Yeah, so I lived with, I love Italian culture. I lived with Italian family when I was playing hockey. I don't know.
Before you tore your ACL, or?
I did tear my ACL.
I'm sorry, I can't breathe.
I just wasn't good.
Okay, but everyone who wasn't good still tore their ACL, and that's why they're, you know.
No, I didn't. I tore my ACL. And I could have still played and been fine. I just wasn't good enough.
Right,
So
but when you tell people I tore my ACL.
No, I'm not that guy. I definitely am honest. I tell
Aw.
people, oh, no, I just wasn't good. Why didn't you? Someone actually said that to me recently. Like, why didn't you just play pro hockey then? I'm like, because I wasn't good enough. What a dumb question. Of course, I would have played professional sports if I was good. I mean, where's the?
Where's the lie there?
But when you were young, you go live with a family. When you're playing junior hockey, you go live away from home. They put you with a family, and they call it a billet family. Right, the family gets bedded, and they keep you. And I have an Italian, like a very first generation Italian family who basically adopted me Italian.
Okay.
So I made supersada with them in the cantina. I did tomatoes and some.
Oh, okay. The fact that you're saying cantina says enough.
Yeah, hang in the pig.
But have you ever dated an Italian before?
Was actually that's what we did.
Really? Okay, that's who you were with.
Yeah, we were together for 7 years, got married for a year, and then realized we were not the right fit for each other. That was our end. And we did one of these. We were like, to your point, we mature differently than men. We were growing together, and then she was ready to mature. And it's not that I wasn't immature. It's just that it's a slow burn for men.
Yeah, it's very much a slower burn. That's why we date older, and it's what it is.
I don't blame you. I find that I date younger.
You date younger? Let's talk about it.
My last serious girlfriend is 24. Met her at 22. We lived for a year.
And how old were you at the time?
This is recent. We broke up in the summertime.
Okay, so I'm too old for you.
It's not bad. Everyone else, they're younger, they're prettier. I just find that from a perspective, if you're someone that you settle down with a family and you're in your late 30s, if you want people within, say, 4 to 5 year age gap from you.
It's giving Andrew Tate. No, I love it. Keep going.
I just don't want to be with someone that I'm the
Pressure?
The extra piece in the family car. I don't want to be like, they don't even want, nowadays it's much more modern to be, I don't want you to be the stepdad. You're going to be Justin. You're not even going to be stepdad. I have a family. I have a father to my family. All of this I understand and I empathize with. But like, then what? So you don't want to have kids anymore? No, I don't want to have kids. Okay, so that's off the table. I have an ex that I'm in contact with all the time. I have kids. I don't want you to be a parent to them. I just want you around for dating, and I want to go into that second half of my life where I'm just dating again, which I missed out on. And I want you to date me, but I don't know if I want a serious relationship.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but like, look, in the interest of being authentic, it's baggage. It's a common baggage for that category. So I just try to work around that unless you find the right person.
Yeah, I think also though, like someone who's in that part of their life, like I'm just trying to think about me, and if I was single, no man in my life, but I had kids, I would look for someone who's going through a similar thing.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna go and try and get the single bachelorette who doesn't want to pay $125 for a cab to settle down with me.
I'm never gonna look. Can we just go back in time? I don't tell that.
No, I love it.
Look, there's a rewind button here somewhere. I know there is. You're gonna go back, and I'm gonna be like, I paid it. The great story. We went.
You're like, wait, so that story, it wasn't 125, it was 1,025. Alessia, you can understand me, right?
Life is more important than I just think that story off to you.
No, I'm dying. No, I'm just fucking with you, honestly. Shit. Okay, so here I was thinking that I was out of your league, but now it looks like I'm not in your league. How did things just reverse here?
I love that you're like, here I was thinking that you're lucky that I'm giving you that.
Well, I'm 28, so at 30, I'm basically half off. Thank you for reminding me. So that's great. We're off to a great start. Cheers.
Well, we're balanced out a little bit.
We're balanced out. Wait, so you do want kids?
I think so. But every day that goes by, I'm like, look, okay, I know that it's a different story for women, but there's still a biological clock for men because it might not be taken away from me based on physiology, but it is just not something I want to do at 55 years old. So don't find the right person at 55.
I mean, yeah, who wants to be a fucking old dad?
I don't want them in high school after I've retired 5 years.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I don't find the right person, I definitely am a big believer that you don't rush to have children with someone that's not going to be a good parent with you.
I agree. Because then it's a broken family. So what's the point?
I'm not doing that. So if I don't find the right person, then it means no. So if I find the right person and they want it, or the right place in our life and they want it, then yes.
Sorry to cut you off. Do you think that you're trying to look for like someone who's 100%?
No.
Okay.
I'm open to both.
I'm open to both 100%. You're fucking hilarious.
Both my brothers had kids really young. My parents had me at 9.
So you're the disappointment child.
Everyone thinks that it's already not happening, so I'm totally okay if it doesn't happen because I've already been written off. I spent 5 years of everyone yelling at me already.
Your parents already got some grandkids. They're like, it's.
I'm the fun uncle.
You're like, oh my god, I love kids. Thank you so much. Here you go.
Yes.
I'm going out now.
People say it as a cliche, but it's honestly amazing.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, even if I take them for the whole weekend, if I have to take.
You don't want kids. I've decided for you. You don't want kids.
And that's often the excuse that I hear from people, men and women, is, look, I would love to have kids, but not in today's world. I can't put them out there like this.
Okay, I agree with that. I totally get that, but also like, I don't know. I think there's good things from our generation. There's bad things. Like, it's just, you either hop on the wagon or you just stay in the past also, you know?
Would you want Canada if you had kids? Is it 100% or are you...
Wait, I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat that?
You wanted to have raised in Canada for sure? Like you want to stay close home?
No, I don't want to stay in Canada. I've been going back and forth between New York. Like, now that I'm in Toronto, it's like, feels like it's like home away from home, but it's a mini New York, Toronto, a little. Like, it's a wannabe New York, I guess. Yeah, for sure. But no, I definitely, I'm not going to put my kids through that. Are you out of your mind? They're going to be U.S. citizens. Let me tell you.
Yeah, in a perfect world for me, U.S. would be, I would much rather raise them in Europe.
I knew you were going to say that. And you know, when I was in Europe this summer, I was like, wow, if I was walking in the US, everyone would be at the restaurant on their phones. Everyone in Europe playing soccer, talking with friends, not one person on their phone. And my parents were just like, wow, look at that. Look at that. That doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, maybe Europe's not a bad place, you know? It just depends, obviously. Like, if...
Yeah, they work to live, not live to work, for sure.
Right.
Cliche, but you see that when they shut down, basically everything shuts down in the afternoon.
Yeah, they're like, sorry, we're taking a nap. It's like,
and we're gonna spend time with their kids. They're coming to school early. We're doing this. We're doing that. It's all about friends, family, relationships. It's I don't care if you don't have access to the funds.
Yeah, and I kind of get that because when you die, what do you really bring with you?
Yeah, I'm not an Egyptian crown prince or pharaoh that needs everything I own buried with me in my tomb. I'm going with nothing. I just want memories.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Nice things. I like nice things. They're great. Mm-hmm. But at the sacrifice of memories and moments, no. You can have both, I think.
Yeah.
Europe for sure. Where were you in Europe this summer? You went with family?
I went with family. My brother moved to Portugal. He was just like, peace, I'm out, because he got his Italian, because my mom was born in Italy, so to get like our Italian passport's very easy. So he moved to Portugal. He loves it, but now I think he's gonna move to Spain. So he's gonna hop on over there, and yeah. So now every year, like now he's back in Canada for the holidays, but so I see him like twice a year really. But he's back home now. And yeah, so every year now I go see him in Portugal, and we move around. We do Spain. We go around. We did Marbella, which was beautiful. Where else did we go? We did Seville. We did. Where else did we go? I'm like forgetting now, but we did a couple things with my family, which was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Europe's great. You know.
Well, my ex-wife was a therapist, and she was super women's rights, equality, etc.
Wait, I don't see you with someone like that. It's crazy.
So I felt like I lost myself a little bit. But then my ex was an Eastern European. Ukrainian.
Oh.
It was, man is leader, you're a man, you're masculine, I'm feminine. I loved it. This is what I was. So
Yeah.
Something I learned from that relationship is something I need to seek out is someone that
Yeah.
wants me to make decisions and wants me to protect. And like, there's some level of equality, but I definitely need to feel like man instead of being an equal. It's not. It is a partnership, but it's not a like in that
Well,
sense,
it equals 100%, but it's not exactly like you need to be making as much as me for it to
Yeah.
be equal. Like,
that's what the world. That the different equality in a relationship means equal paying bills, equal income. No, all that can be separate. Equality, right? You can share a lot of things and be equal. That doesn't.
yeah. Well, it's like my parents, for example. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. She was taking care of 3 kids. My dad was working. My mom had a way harder job if you think about it. Taking care of 3 kids, handling everything. Like, my dad just went to work. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, who is the superwoman? My mom. But how was that able to be done? Because of my father. Like, it's like, it was equal, but it wasn't on, like, you make this much. It's like, I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like obviously it was thought of to be that way for so long, and then when I was growing up, it was still a little bit like, whereas I got to be as a teenager, the world flipped upside down and said, no, that's not the way it is anymore. Man doesn't go to work, woman stays at home. That's not allowed. Glass ceiling, all that garbage. And I think everyone bought into it for the last, for call it 10, 15 years.
But I think it's changing now again.
I agree. Yeah.
Wait, are you coming on? I love your vibe. You need to come on.
Come on, in a heartbeat. I'll have more energy. But I have some good stories.
Okay, cool. I'll see you Thursday. I'll write you.
You're listening to
Okay,
the
bye.
X Podcast.